Hello everybody, this is Stephen Howson and this is my Snapchat Q&A. This is brought to you by Classic Football Shirts. You'll have just seen the slate. I don't know, I'm pointing over there, it's not over there. You'll have just seen the slate, but if you want more information, hit the description below, check the link out and go and get yourself an awesome retro shirt. They're absolutely sick and I get a little bit kickback if anyone buys one from there, so go check that sort of stuff out. If you're into your retro shirts, and there's some absolutely class ones on there, then go and check out Retro Football Shirts. This is a Snapchat Q&A. If you've not already added me, that is my Snapchat name. That is my name across all social media. I also have a new Facebook page as well, which has got 318k on it. So if you want to come and join in on there, I've got space for a couple of admins on there just to keep that busy as well, because obviously 318k, want to try and grow that and maximise that as much as possible. So if you're interested in that, hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Twitter, or go and find me on the page, the Stephen Howson Podcast on Facebook. Right, let's get into it then. We've had a shitload of snaps. Let's see what the crack is. I think I've turned them off now, so there should be no more coming through. So Caspar says, is it okay for a United fan to eat McDonald's? I would hope so. In a Chelsea jacket, Jesus Christ, plot twist, it was like M. Night Shyamalan. No, it's not. Oh man, that did me. What a crazy one. Let's hope we have some absolute belters like they did last week. Should we check the audio? No, it's not. The audio sounds okay. Do you know what I figured out actually before we get on to the next snap? Do you know that the audio's been shite for a couple of weeks? This is the old blue snowball. We're using... Oh, it won't work. I can't put it up. We're using the black one at the moment, but the white one, you look in the back there, it's missing a tiny little bit of plastic right in the very centre of that. That was why it was loose, and I guess that was why the audio was shit. So I've switched the mic now, but I need to buy a new mic. Right, let's have a look then. So, Swanky YouTube says, who is the second best presenter on Full Time Devils? I see what you did there. I don't know. Depends what you're after, doesn't it? Ahmed, if I could build a player out of any current player's footballing attributes, what type of player would I make? Can I combine Michael Carrick and Kante? I think you've got a hell of a midfielder then if you've got that. Because Michael Carrick plus that level of energy would be deadly, wouldn't it? I think I'm starting getting hay fever. Because my eyes were really itchy this morning. J65 says, realistically, how many of the 9 games do you reckon United will win in April? Joe, let's pull a fixture list up. It does sound like I'm shouting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll put the mic a bit further down there. Hopefully that makes it sound a little bit better. Dennis says, morning. Good morning, Dennis. Right, so let's have a look. Man United fixtures, because I don't even know. I know we've got City, I know we've got Anderlecht back and forth. We've got West Brom on Saturday, which I'm not going to be there for. So let's see. We have got. So we've got West Brom at home, win. Everton on the Tuesday, I think that is. Oh, I'd like to say win there. Depends on the teams we're able to put out, doesn't it? Sunderland away, win. Anderlecht, draw. Chelsea at home. Depends how the Anderlecht game goes. I'm going to say win. Anderlecht at home, win. Burnley away and City away. I think we draw those for some bizarre reason. Both of those. Swansea win. We can go through the month unbeaten and win at least half of them. I think we'll probably be in a good position. And then obviously we have May and the final run-in of the season. But hopefully we're inside the top 4 before May. I reckon. Harris Khan says, who do I think can be Pogba's long-term partner in midfield? I think you've got I like a 3-man midfield, I really do. This talk of Bakayoko. Could Bakayoko be a permanent guy for him? Maybe. I don't know if he's got the quality in the final third. I think that's all Ander Herrera lacks a little bit, really, is quality in the final third. I can see the sound's peaking, actually. Let me just turn it down a bit like that. I think that's probably a little bit better. Yeah, Burnley haven't lost at home this season, says Aaron, which is why I think we'll get a draw there. We can beat City, says Gludishoot, or Gludis. We can beat City, but away, a couple of days after we play Burnley, I'm not banking on it, to be honest. Sam Harding 20 says, player I'd like to play along past or present. If I was a centre forward, I'd love to have played alongside David Beckham to put balls in for me. If I was a midfielder, I'd love to have had Cantona or R9 up front in front of me. If I was a defender, I'd love to have had Roy Keane in front of me. It's like having a night off, innit? Alex de Marindo. For a 35-year-old, Ibra's domination in the Premier League surprised me. Oh, wow, that was fast. How much longer do you think he can play at the top level? As I've said this a couple of times, I think you're getting at least another season out of him. At least another season out of him. Can you get 2 out of him? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Jafari. Who will win the league next season? United of Manchester. Amin says, is it okay to attend classes in a blue jacket as a United fan? Of course it is. We're not like City fans. We're not scared of different colours. As long as it don't say City on it, then yeah. City fans, they don't have anything red, do they? Shazmia 91. With Fellaini out for West Brom with injury, what midfield will Mourinho go for against West Brom? I'd say Timbo, but Mourinho, yeah, I think it probably will be. See, this is where you think that Schweinsteiger could have got a game, or Schneiderlin could have got a game, and you'd have been fine with that, wouldn't you? This is where you might see him just play 3 at the back again. I wouldn't mind seeing, if Luke Shaw's fit, can we play Daley Blind? Can we try Daley Blind in midfield? Like, that'll do for me. Can we get some likes on this, please, ladies and gentlemen? Someone in the comments here saying Scholes, obviously. Zlatan will be back firing again. I do think so. Counter-attacking style football. Yeah, against a team that likes to hold the ball the way City do, especially the way they hold it in the back line, Marcus Rashford has to play because he will force errors out of that back line. And I think that'll be somewhere where you get goals. Michael Smith, 99. Pound for pound, #1 boxer at the minute, not including Floyd. I don't really know enough about boxing to be able to comment on that with any sort of degree of accuracy, so I'll have to pass, my mate. I'm just a casual boxing fan. The Schmurd. With Wenger looking like he's staying on another year, how far down will they sink? I don't think they'll sink necessarily. No, it's gone off. Too much. I actually think they'll probably sink further without him. They might rise with someone new, but I think there might be an element of what happened with Fergie goes on at Arsenal. Just because I think that he's in every part of the club, isn't he? So I think once he comes out of there, I think you're going to have problems. Is Pogba fit for West Brom? No, I think they said Everton at the earliest, I think. Jake in the comments here says, thoughts on Sedianko? I thought he never should have been sold. I was a big fan of Sedianko. And he's very similar, the way he plays as a fullback at least, very similar to Antonio Valencia, just an energizer bunny up and down that right-hand side. He was like a light version of Valencia. And yeah, he was a good hard-working player, but he's not really set the world alight, has he, since he left United. So probably was the right decision in the end. Think we can see Gomez next season, says Dennis. No, I think it's probably still too early for him, just from a physical point of view. I mean, I've said this a few times as well. Skills-wise, he could play tomorrow. But he needs to be bulked up a little bit, or get a little bit more size on him to be able to cope with the issues of the Premier League. He's not played in the under-23s yet. That's the step that he needs to do. I wanted to see him get at least half a dozen games in the 23s. There's not enough time to do that now this season, so I hope he does play in the 23s before the end of the season, and then you can really see what he's made of. Brandon Polino. Thoughts on Jordi Alba being linked to United, currently unhappy at not getting played at Barcelona. Any truth? I've not heard of anything along those lines, but I don't see where he fits in at United, to be honest. He didn't go in ahead of anyone that we've got there. So, Tomo, have I heard the Mbappe rumours? Sources Damasio. Damasio being the source is interesting, and that's why I put it as the title. I knew someone would ask me about Mbappe. I think, oh yeah, there's another comment. Did I hear about the Legends match? Didn't Keith Gillespie elbow somebody or something? You'll have to fill me in. If you're in the comments here, let me know in the comments like what happened with Keith Gillespie, because that sounded crazy. Mbappe to United. He's the sexy name in football at the moment, and Monaco are doing pretty well recruiting some really good footballers and allowing them to play with freedom, which means that everyone around the world is looking at Monaco, similar with Benfica as well actually. They're looking at these clubs and they're going, oh, I could do with that player in my team, I could do with that player in this team, I could do with that player. But ultimately, is it really going to be a guy that works out? He's only just turned 18 in December, I think, so he's still extremely young. He's younger than Marcus Rashford. Is he better than Marcus Rashford? I don't know. Would Marcus Rashford have scored, 12 goals I think he's got in the French league if he played every game? I think he probably would, to be honest. So I like the look of him, but I also really like the look of Martial and Rashford that we've got as young centre-forwards. So why bring in another young centre-forward? You can't play three with who else we're going to have playing in the team. So I think we would be foolish to waste a world record fee on him when we've got other areas of the squad that we definitely need to strengthen. Someone in the comments here, Pussy Slayer 2006, guaranteed that was when he was born, looking at the state of this comment. Mbappe will never go to you fucking shit bastards. 6 is permanent. Pretty sure we're 5th. But, you know, that's not let the truth get in the good way of a good story, mate. Rama says, sometimes I wonder why these haters watch United videos. 50's temporary, 6 is permanent. Oh, I like it, yeah. Considering we've never once finished 6th in the Premier League. I like it. Obviously, brains isn't your thing, mate. Callum, WBU. Who do I think we have a genuine chance of winning the league next year if we make the signings that we have speculated recently? Even with not many signings, I think we've got a very good chance of winning the league next year. Yeah, I definitely think we've got a chance. Oh man, we're almost through. I thought I had loads more than that. Everyone's been sending me written ones, not pictures. Would you say Manchester United is on the right track to reclaim European elite status once again? If not, what step do we have to take? Also, Spurs got a mention in my philosophy book. Crazy. I think we're not far off there. I think the manager's got the right pedigree. I think he's got the right abilities in terms of how he sets his team up tactically. I think we're lacking 2 or 3, if he's fit, he starts, style players that are definitely going to make a difference. And I think if you got those, then we're going to make a difference. Connor Jennings. Do I think Pogba will be back in time for this weekend? No. Will Lexion, do I think Rashford will be effective against West Brom even though they don't play a high back line and tend to park the bus? No. I think this is the game where Rashford is likely to struggle, and if you've got the opportunity, you play Martial down the middle in this one and you play Rashford on the left-hand side. Josh Adams 2013, if United had to play at one other stadium in England temporarily, where would I like it to be? The Butcher's Arms Ground, Droylsden. We're only getting about 3,000 of us in there. But there you go, it's the closest one to where I grew up. Right, let's see what you motherfuckers in the comments over here are saying, because that was the last of the snaps. Obviously, it's a little bit early. I'm doing it a little bit early because I'm off to Bulgaria this afternoon, getting a train from Manchester to Liverpool, and then I'm off to Bulgaria to go and watch a little bit of MMA, go and cover a little bit of MMA, do some social. So taking my camera with me, taking my GoPro with me, hopefully do a travel vlog which will go on the podcast channel, not this channel. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast channel, go and find that out over there, and you can also win that fucking Pussy Slayer prick's getting blocked. No racism in here, mate. It's not what we do. If they I forgot what I was going to fucking say. So yeah, off to go and watch some amateur MMA in Bulgaria this week. Hopefully going to check a game out while I'm there this weekend as well. So should be a good week. I had to do it this early because I need to get the train at dinner time to be able to get over to Liverpool in time to catch my flight later on tonight. So hopefully going to be doing a travel vlog. I'm going to be doing a podcast over there with Jim, just purely on MMA. Jim's a United fan as well, so we'll probably end up touching on United. You know how we do. But we're talking about MMA. I'll probably do some sort of vlog covering the event itself, and also if I can get to that match, CSK Sofia, which is the club Berbatov started at. If I can go and watch them on Saturday, then I'll do that, and I'll also do a vlog from that too. What do I think about Matuidi? I think he's okay. I don't think it's alright. Where did I work in Oldham? I used to work for a scaffolding company in Oldham. It was in Glodick. Yeah, I hated it. When is the next under-18s home game? I will tell you. Let me just pull up my other browser. I've got it bookmarked in here. United's next game, because I think they're every Friday night at the moment while they're in the playoffs. Actually, Saturday at Chelsea at Cobham. The next home game is the 22nd of April at the Cliff, which is West Ham at home. 22nd of April. Are we going to have a game then? I think we play on the 23rd of April. Let's just check. We do play the 23rd of April. We play Burnley away, so I'm not going to be able to go with that one. Why are they doing them all at the same kickoff time? If they did it at 10 in the morning like normal, we'd be happy days. And then it's Reading away at Hogwood Park, and then Wednesday we've got Arsenal at home, and then the following Friday, Blackburn. So I'll be going both of those, the Wednesday and the Friday games in Blackburn and Arsenal. Mayweather or McGregor? Mayweather's going to win. 99 times out of 100, Mayweather's going to win. But McGregor does have that touch of death, and if he just catches him, then he's got a chance. But honestly, it's 99 times out of 100, Mayweather's winning that fight. Who's going to play in midfield? Again, I'd love to think he'll play Timbo, but the fact that he's not played him so much already, I'm not sure. People in the comments will say, notice me. Well, no, I'm not going to notice you. Ask me a question. Don't just say, notice me. I'm just going to completely ignore you. When am I coming to India? I'm hoping to be coming to India in July. I want to go and cover the futsal championships that are there for Premier Futsal. That's what I want to do in July. I don't know if I'm doing that just yet though, but that is what I want to do. Whether or not I get to do it, and I think they're in Mumbai. I think mostly, although I do believe it's played all over the country. But I think it'd be Mumbai. I think they're only on for 2 to 3 weeks, aren't they? And that's with Scholes, Ronaldinho, Giggs, all of them guys. So I want to go and cover that. I think that'd be awesome. Do I think McGregor would have a chance against GSP even though he's giving up serious weight? No, I think the weight is a massive issue, and that's why we have weight classes. GSP is fighting at middleweight now. Conor is a small ass welterweight, really small welterweight. So GSP's would dwarf him. I mean, in terms of height, there's not much difference, but in terms of muscle mass and impact, no, it's not going to be a fun time for McGregor. I don't think. Best gigs I've been to, Eaton Park with the Oasis was pretty good. Lingard as a CAM. Please don't use FIFA. Just say attacking midfielder. I hate those acronyms that people use from FIFA. It's well annoying. Griezmann or Lukaku at United. If we've got the choice of either of those, I'll take whichever one that you don't want. Mickey, Marshall and Rashford front three against West Brom. I like the idea of that. But then who are you going to play in your midfield? If you're going to go for... I hope we go back to a 4-3-3. I think we're going to play 3 at the back or 5 at the back. I'd love to think that you're going to get Blind in there. Love to think that you could get Timbo in there. Is Rooney going to be fit? I'd play Rooney as a number 8. Manchester is blue. It's never been blue. Sort your fucking head out. What's my thoughts on Smalling and Jones? FTD Twitter account retweeted a great article on them both the other night. I think that might be me that retweeted that actually. They've both not hit the potential that they both definitely had. At the start of last season, Smalling looked absolutely wicked, didn't it? But he's not really hit that height since, and it's a little bit disappointing, definitely. I think there's still footballers there, real good footballers there. Are they Vidic and Rio? No. And if they're not, should we be accepting anything less than that? Because both of these aren't here to be squad players, are they? Some players are there to be squad players, and that's fine. But if they're not there to be squad players, then what are we doing? Why are we holding on to players that are only wanting to be first team players and aren't at the level that we are accustomed to? I think you have to aim for... You have to say, what was the best centre-half partnership that we've had? Okay, can we get back to that? What was the best striker that we've ever had? Okay, can we get back to that? What's the best left winger we've ever had? Can we get back to that? That's where you should always be striving, look to match or beat what you've previously done. Cormac says Monta Island will go on the lash. Ireland is definitely on the place where one of the places me and Ben want to go. If you guys want to help us get to all these different things as well, so I'm doing a travel vlog this week, but I want to do more of those, and I want to do the football documentaries. Like someone hit me up in the comments yesterday with a really good one. Let me find it. They hit me up on Twitter. I completely forgot what it was then. I forgot what Twitter was. Where's the guy? Ah, this is the guy. So he messaged me and saying, I would love to see a documentary on why there aren't more Asian players in professional football. Also on the first black players in professional football enjoying your work. So we had a couple of little back and forths, and then he also came up with another good idea, because I like both of those ideas. We'd also like to see a grassroots team and follow them for a season, seeing if kids are still playing football in the streets or if playing FIFA and Xbox is more fun. There are new clubs for kids, and are there new clubs for kids and teenagers, or is that something that is slowly dying off? So I think I look at grassroots football in England. That's a really good idea as well. I like that. So that's the sort of documentary that I want to make. But obviously, those documentaries take a lot of time and stuff to do. If you want to help support us doing that, then there's a link below for Patreon, and from $1 a month you can help us make some stuff. But you can also get some stuff back, as well as having a say in what we go and do. So just check the link out and let us know what you think. Who was my mate that played in the A-League? Daly Rothwell. Lukaku is not clinical enough for us. Is this a joke? Lukaku is the most clinical striker in the Premier League. So, I mean, when he scores the most percentage of his goals, that is the definition of clinical. He is clinical. When do I think we'll see a big youth breakthrough in our squad? Not for a while, and you might not necessarily see that. It obviously depends on the confidence of the manager. My eye's leaking again. Obviously depends on the confidence of the manager. If you can get, enough of a decent coming through. There's some good players in the under-18s at the moment. Can they come through as a block? Maybe. Let's have a look at how they do together as second-year pros next season, because a lot of them are only 16 this season, so you want them when they're 17 going on 18, which is next season, to see how really good they are. And in that, you're going to have Chung, who's out for the rest of the season with I think he's done his cruciate. You're going to have Gomez. You're going to have Burkhardt. You're going to have Bowie. You're going to have Leo Connor. And then you're going to have some exciting players coming through from this year's under-16s, and possibly a couple of the under-15s from this year as well. Might get drafted into the 18s just to see what's going on. So, interesting, exciting times, but a long way to go. Neymar to United? I don't think so. I think that's a pipe dream. And actually, I think he would really struggle in the Premier League. I think he just doesn't suit the Premier League style of play. It's far too rough and ready for him, and I think it just wouldn't suit him. My thoughts on three at the back. Now, that article I read yesterday, it's over there, that's why I pointed over there, with Glenn Hoddle, it outlined a lot of it. I like the idea and the flexibility of three at the back, but not for Manchester United with the current set of players that we've got. Perisic isn't as good as Marshall. He's different footballer, offers completely different things. Thoughts on Callum Gribbin right now? He's not been playing. So, he started great at the start of the season, but he's not really kicked on. I think he's got all the talent in the world. It's just whether he can apply that on a consistent basis and work hard. When will Chong or Gomez move to the 23s? Not this year, probably not next year. Why is someone just putting City lyrics? You know you've got nothing to say, so why say anything at all? Empty vessels and all that shit. Griezmann or Bale? Bale for me. I actually agree with you. I think Bale is the sort of player that United really wants. Someone who just runs at people and terrifies them. I think we missed that, but I've never really spoke about it much because I just don't think we're going to get him, so it's almost just wasting your breath in it. It's like sitting there going, oh, I wish you had a front three of Bale, Ronaldo and Messi. Well, it's not going to happen, is it? So what's the point? But I do agree. I probably would go for Bale, but I think Griezmann is an excellent alternative, and I really like how he plays the game. And I think he's probably the best finisher in world football as well. If I could have one United player as a close mate in the current squad, In the current squad, who do I think is a laugh? Possibly Rojo. Possibly Valencia. I think they look like they're a bit of, well, Valencia's not really a laugh, is he? But I think he'd be sound. I don't know. Never really thought about it. Would Muller fit in with United? Not if you want Mkhitaryan to play in the hole, unfortunately. Luke Shaw will be mint next year. Yes, I hope he is, to be honest. Where's Mac? Well, he's not in my office. Do I think Marshall will end up through the middle, says Leo? Yes, I do. Does the weight not apply with McGregor and Mayweather then? What do you mean? Mayweather fights at 147 and 154. McGregor's fought at 145 and 155. They're a similar sort of weight. I think McGregor's going to be a lot bigger than Mayweather in the ring, but ultimately he's still a novice compared to the greatest of all time. One of the things that people aren't talking about, which definitely is going to be on McGregor's side, is that he fights way more often. He's a sharper tool, whereas Mayweather's retired about 15 times and he fights once a year. At some point there is going to be a slowing down, unless he's taking a load of drugs. There's going to be a slowing down at some point, and there's always a risk when you're getting in a ring or in the cage of getting knocked out. There's always a risk. You're dealing with top level professionals. So as good as Mayweather is, there's still a chance. There's a chance that any of you guys that are watching in the comments now could land one punch on him. There's a chance, right? It might not be a big chance, but there's a chance. You don't need much of a chance to put somebody away. What type of camera do I use for videos like this? Well, for videos like this, I can't even. I was going to try and figure a way to show you what it is. I haven't got anything that I could mirror it with. This is just a webcam, and it's an auto-focusing webcam, because when I put my hand up in front of it, it changes the focus on it. This is just a Logitech HD webcam. I think it's the C920 Logitech webcam, which is it's a really great camera, and it's this big, so it's happy days, and it's really versatile, so it's happy days. I've said happy days about 15 times. It's not dear, so it's a good little webcam for the stuff that I'll be doing over in Bulgaria. I've got a DJI Osmo. I'm not getting it all out because it's all packed, ready to go, because I'm literally going as soon as this finishes. So I've got a DJI Osmo, which is a Steadicam. I've got a GoPro with a load of spare batteries, and I use my phone for quite a lot of it, and I've got a Nikon DSLR as well. Mbappe or Rashford? I would take Rashford, because he's what we've got at the moment. How do I shut that off? Apparently we're getting every player with any amount of talent in the world. That's Manchester United's transfer windows in a nutshell, isn't it? Who would win in a fight? Zlatan, Fellaini or Piers Morgan? I think Zlatan. I think people underestimate how good his taekwondo is. Lukaku's last 8 goals have been in the final 10 minutes / injury time. That's interesting, isn't it? Because someone of his size, you would think that he slows down massively for a player of his size, and he obviously doesn't. He's obviously in great shape. Devitt says, make match vlogs for full-time Devils. The match vlogs take a lot to do, so we only really want to do them for finals. I've done them occasionally for regular matches, and they're alright. I might do more of them because they seem to do quite well. Do you guys want more vlogs, match day vlogs on here? If so, and then something I can sort out. What is one of the major leagues that you would like to experience that I haven't yet? I'd like to go, La Liga, Serie A. I want to go everywhere. I want to go literally everywhere. There's how many top professional football leagues? Well, I could go to one a week if I could. So let's do it. Rooney loves a drink. He'd be all right to be mates with. Yeah, you could box him in his kitchen as well, couldn't you? Do Footy Manager vids. Footy Manager vids is one of the goals on Patreon, so check out the link below for Patreon, and me and Ben will do a couple of hours for that. Ruben says, what did I eat for breakfast? I haven't had breakfast yet. Now that you're getting rather big on here and elsewhere, have you set an allowable percentage of footwits to be around? You seem to be very patient with them. Everyone's a footwit at some point, aren't they? I'm still a footwit quite a lot. My guy here says, Howson, you're a prick, mate. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Favourite YouTubers at the moment? I've been really enjoying watching the growth of a guy called Peter McKinnon, who's a photographer, videographer, and he does tutorials. And I'm going to do some tutorials on how to start a podcast, how to start a YouTube channel, and just some of the basic shit that I know a little bit about. I'm going to be doing those on a podcast channel as well. So if there's anything that you guys would like to know in terms of, how do you vlog at the match? Because I see a lot of misconceptions about how them vlogs are filmed and stuff like that, and maybe how they're edited. So anything like that you guys would like, let me know in the comments, and I'll add that to the list of things that I'm going to try and get done. Shell says, I like this girl at work, help me. Well, I was having a laugh with the wife. Was in Tesco on Saturday, and she got a cough, and she's like, I think I'm dying. I said, don't die. I was like, I have got no game whatsoever no more. I've been with my wife for 10 years. I was like, you couldn't abandon me to the wilderness now. I'd have no fucking clue what to do. We're going up to girls in bars and be like, so, I think Rooney's a legend? It's not going to go far, is it? Tony Cruz to replace Carrick, says Rama. Yeah, I would love that. Don't want Perisic, he's shite, says James Dutton. Anyone who pays for Mayweather or McGregor is a mug. I'll definitely pay for it. I hate watching stuff on dodgy streams. What is the Frank Lampard list, says Yusuf. The Frank Lampard list, I think it might have been 11 years ago, it might have been 10 years ago. Me and my mate set it up on Facebook as a laugh. And it was anyone who's on the Frank Lampard list. The list is, do you know what? See if it's still there. Let's go on Facebook. It had like 600 or 700 members, which is crazy considering, it was just me and my mate set it up. It's down to only 32 members. The Frank Lampard list, right, I'll read you the description. The Frank Lampard list is a list of people who are hated beyond hate. Headed up by the fat man himself, people can only be added to the list after careful consideration. Once on the list, any member of this group must perform on site a 2-footed Scalzi reducer upon any of the people seen off the list. Do not join if you're not prepared to do what is required. I should probably relinquish my membership of the Frank Lampard list, considering that I met Frank Lampard and had a chat with him. Where is the list? See the info tab. It's not got the info tab no more, so I can't see who was on the list. I can't find the full list, but there was tons of people getting recommended for it all the time. But it was Frank Lampard was on there, obviously. There was a guy off The Apprentice that was on there. There was Ashley Cole was on there. There wasn't that many footballers on there. There was other people on there, but I can't find the info tab to say what was on it. We need 1 or 2 centre-backs next season, surely, if we want to compete everywhere like we used to. Who do you sign if it was actually up to me? Huides is my centre-half. I think he would fit very well alongside Babe, but I don't think we're getting him. I saw Timbo Shaw play against... I hope Timbo and Shaw play against West Brom. They have massive potential, yet still very young. Kieran says, vlogs only for special occasion. And Jay says, yay, more vlogs. I can do the vlogs on my channel, on this channel, and obviously the other stuff's on the other stuff. Mbappe is in French League, just how like Memphis is. That's a great point. We should sign an experienced centre-half next season if needed. Again, that's why Huides would come in for me. Osama says, I want Bakayoko with Pogba. It was a giant. I want a giant midfield. I agree on that. So I reckon Mourinho does as well. Smalling and Jones back for the weekend. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what their injuries are. I'm sure someone's out for a few weeks. Goulard's thoughts on Michael Keane. Should we sign him? He looks good. He does look decent at the moment. I think people are getting a little bit carried away. I wouldn't say he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's looking good though. He is looking good. Is he better than Jones and Smalling? He's in better form. I'd say that at least. Kieran says, I like your hats. I like your hats. Was that at Wembley in 2011? No, it wasn't. My Dream 11. Oh, I don't know. I have to have a bit of time during that. Do one of my podcasts with Ben during the Arsenal City game, kind of like a watch along. I should check Bill Burr's podcast. Let me show you something, Yosemite Sam. Bill Burr was the first podcast on my podcast app, followed closely by Joe Rogan, and then Dan Carlin, and then the MMA Hour. So that was the first. I know all about Bill Burr's podcast, mate. It is one of my favourites. There is only one Zlatan, correct. United should get a good left back first if Luke Shaw is going out United this summer. But is he going out this summer though? Will McGregor and Mayweather not be free on BT? I doubt it. I think Mayweather has his own solutions for. I think it'd be him that controls the pay-per-view. I reckon. Oh man, how many comments? Do I think Zlatan will be leaving United, and will United getting a new forward? I think United, if they do get a new forward after Zlatan, that's fine. But I think he can do it another year, and I would keep him for another year, given the options that we've got ahead of us, because I think that's a pretty settled position. And if we can be settled, the amount of turmoil we've had over the last few years, we need to be a bit more settled. So I would rather we were settled. Van Dijk isn't a bad shout. That's not a bad idea either, no. City is shit, says Devitt. Well, yeah. Wouldn't be shocked if Smalling got sold, really wouldn't. I agree. That's Alex that said that. Forget McGregor and Mayweather. It's about to kick off between JJ and Mojo. Alright, thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure to check out Classic Shirts. Have a look at the Patreon page as well and let us know what you think. We're giving away some pretty cool signed stuff for you guys as well. So obviously most of you aren't going to be able to jump onto that tier, but if you can, then we'll be able to drop you some original signed artwork from whoever we have as podcast guests. And trust me, the people that we've got lined up, you're going to want to get on that. So go and have a look in the description below. Check out the Patreon page. Let me know what you think on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are aiming for 75k this year. Not sure we're going to get it now. It's April, so I think we've slowed down massively, but we'll see what we can. Wait. Someone's saying Gerrard's better than Scholes. Fuck off. It's not even funny, is it? What a ridiculous comment. So thank you guys for watching. I'm off now to Bulgaria. But if you follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram as well, because I'm going to be trying upping my photo game a little bit over the next week. So check us out on Instagram. Same thing everywhere. Mr. Stephen Howson. And I will see you guys pretty damn soon. Laters.